Hello, good afternoon. We are sending you warm greetings from Kampala, Uganda, to the rest of the world, and we believe you are doing well. My name is Richard, and I am excited to talk to you this afternoon, and I believe by the end of this session, we shall have a better engagement. What is the subject of our discussion this afternoon? I want us to talk about living a life of meaning. Some of the things that as I've observed over time, our young people have deviated from. You can hardly find young people talking about things like, what am I doing in this life? What do I want to do with my life? Where am I going with my life? What should be said of me at the end of my life? You barely find such things. So I believe that through this series, we shall find ourselves. I oftentimes tell people that if you don't know the purpose of your life, you're not going to live a successful life. So I encourage young people whenever I find them, even sometimes when I sit with the elders, we often talk about these things. Living a life of purpose is not something that just outplays itself. No. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be very deliberate about your life. You understand? Intentionality is key if you're going to live a purpose-driven life. You understand? So one may ask that, what is it all about? The word purpose simply means means reason. Finding reason for your life. Why are you alive? Why are you in this life? You know, when you look in the Bible and you look in the book of Genesis, our God is a God that is intentional. When He created man, the first man He created, Adam, He didn't just create him, no. He first made the heavens and the earth, and He created all the things He created in the first 5 days of creation. On the 6th day, that's when He created man. Why did He create man? When you read in the book of Genesis, there is that word He says that God created man to serve Him, but also to look after the things that He had created. So that means that by the time man came into this life, man existed, there was reason for his living. God does not waste. He's not a waster. He's not. That's why you find that even when man existed, when time came to create the woman, He said, for this cause man shall not be alone. Purpose for the woman had to be created. The reason as to why the woman was coming into context was found. And they created the woman as well. Several incidents in the Bible outplay to show that God does not waste. So you cannot be by coincidence here. You cannot say that, no, for you're just here. No. I understand when circumstances and events in life sway people off their purpose, but you have to be very deliberate to live the purpose of your life. You have to be very deliberate. When you read in the book of Jeremiah, the Bible says that He told Jeremiah that before you were formed, I knew you in your mother's womb, and I chose you as a prophet to the nations. Are you seeing the intentionality of God? So do not think that for you, they just gave birth to you and you're just going to do life and age. Maybe you die at some age, maybe 70. No. There is a destiny that was tagged to your life. There is a purpose that was tagged to your life, and you do best to find it. You do well to find it. That is how you live a happy life. That is how you live a life that is impactful. That is how you live a life that is successful. And most times when you find people that are miserable, they're not happy in this life, it's because they have not found a cause. They have not found a reason for doing life. So someone asks themselves, Why am I alive even in the first place? So people, they get disappointed about life. But I strongly believe as we share through these sessions, you will find actually purpose for your life, because I believe I've been informed we are going to run 4 sessions. That is from our media team. We're going to run 4 sessions, and through those sessions you'll discover yourself and you'll find direction for your life. The first thing I would want us to address, having known that, where do you find purpose? Where do you find purpose? Number 1, purpose comes from God. Purpose comes from God. Anything, the reason for everything is from its creator. You are not a normal product a man made. You are God's creation. You are created in God's very image. That means He's the only one that knows why He made you. You see, when you find people in business, the manufacturers are the ones that intend that, no, we created a car wheel to support the body of a car as it is in motion. They gave it a reason. You understand? The mouse on a computer, they gave it a reason as what it should do. So you cannot find your purpose from another human being, no. And I've seen that happen very many times. That young people or people that are growing into life, you copy and paste someone else's life into your own life. That is not right. That is not right. You must ask your creator, God, why did you bring me in this world? What am I supposed to do in this world? Because we didn't carry our Bible, but the Bible is the richest book in the world there is. Anything that is happening in this world, it has its root in the Bible. So there are very many personalities in the Bible that show how God led them to their purpose. I always tell people, you cannot be with God and miss it out in this life. You cannot. He has all the reasons as to why He created people. Why He created particularly you that is watching us this afternoon. He has all the reasons as to why He created you. He knows why. He knows that particular task that you're supposed to fulfill. He knows that particular reason. He knows every detail of your life. Every detail of your life. God had it outplayed before even you came. He knows everything. Everything. There was a purpose as to why you were born in that particular family, why you were born in that particular place you were born, why you were born in the environment you are surrounded with, the people, the parents that gave birth to you, why you went to that primary school, why you went to that secondary school, why you went to that university, why you entered business, why you entered into career, why there is purpose tagged to each and everything and every event that has outplayed in your life for the last years you've lived, or for those that are just starting out life. There is a reason to each and everything. So the moment you find it earlier, you are at an advantage in this life. You are. And I always tell people, you have to invest in prayer. Invest in prayer. Because as you commune with God, He begins to lead you. He says, I will lead you in the path of the righteous. The moment you commune with Him, He begins to lead you. God has never led a man and that man gets it wrong. Impossible. You're not going to be the first. And I always tell you, most people that have made impact in this life, somehow, they communed with God. Most people. You understand? He's the one that leads you in the way that you should go and gives your life meaning. Because He knows that, for example, I created this person to be a doctor. I want him to save my people, for example, in the particular area, or I want him to bring about a certain innovation in the medical field. But as events of life outplay, like I have said previously, they have a tendency of swaying off people. So you may find yourself, for example, a person that God created to be a pastor or a doctor, you find yourself that you are in a what? Something that is not connected to that. But as you keep with him, everything begins to make sense, until that one day you find yourself in the right place he created you to be. So to sum it up, you find your purpose from God. Young people and those that have advanced in life, you find purpose in God. You find purpose in God. You do not give yourself purpose. You do not choose what you are supposed to do in this life. No. You're already on your way to destruction. You do not choose the things you want to do in this life. God does. God assigns you where you are supposed to. Your field of operation. It is God that assigns it to you. You don't choose it. So I encourage you to spend time with God. He will lead you to people. That are in line with maybe the things he wants you to do. But it is God that gives us purpose. We find our reason for doing this life in God, not anywhere in this world. Any purpose you will ever pursue in this life outside God, it's failure. You've already failed in this life. And there are often red flags that show that you're already off it. You cannot first of all pursue a life of purpose and you live unhappy. No. And you're not a success. Now that is dependent on your definition of success. Because I've realized over time people have different ways, different attachments they have given to success. But you cannot dwell with God. You cannot be led by God and you live a life that is not of purpose and success. So I implore you to go back to God. Go back to God and ask him, what did you create me to do? What am I supposed to do in this life? As you inquire from God, as you ask those very many questions, he will give you answers. Sometimes you don't get those answers. It's because you don't ask. You just wake up and run. No. Find time. If it means to pause everything. And get frank with God. God, what did you create me to do in this life? You understand? It is as you be with him, as he leads you, that all the dots begin to make sense. Things begin to make sense. And no doubt, you will definitely be in the right course and field of operation for your life. I hope we've cleared air on that. Anything that you're going to pursue outside God will destroy your life. It will destroy your life. Anything you'll pursue outside God is not purpose. It is not. Your destiny is tagged to God, and he leads you. You understand? I hope we've cleared air on that. I hope that has made sense. You understand? So let us take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.